Hello everybody, Killer here. Today we're going to be looking at my top 10 winter fragrances. I'm going to start with a few mentions. This first one here is called Black Vanilla Absolute by Ellis. Like a fruity, boozy vanilla. The only problem with this one is it doesn't really project that well. This is actually a little sample that Martin sent me from Austria. This next one is called Pardon by Nasomatto. It's very, very rich, very strong, dark, slightly chocolatey sort of feeling. Oud, okay, like a woodiness, but it's very nice, guys. It's slightly sweet. It's got a lot of florals in here. To my nose, it's quite limited. It's not that versatile. I wouldn't say wear this to job interviews or nothing like that. It's a very loud, thick fragrance. Don't expect like a chocolate bomb. Just expect like a dark feel of chocolate with this sort of woodiness in there, and it's absolutely gorgeous, guys. So that's Pardon by Nasomatto. The next fragrance I'm going to mention, I don't actually have a bottle of it, but I'm thinking of getting a full bottle of this one. If I do, it'll be my first niche purchase. So this one is Herrera by Parfums de Marly. Now, I'm in love with this fragrance, guys. That's just a sweet tobacco, okay? Smoky tobacco-iness. But it's got a really playful sweetness to it. There's that cinnamon in there. Wearing this outside in the night when it's really cold out, wow, is it amazing. So yeah, that's Herrera by Parfums de Marly. So onto my list. At number 10, you all know this one. I put this one last because I mentioned it too many times, but I just love this one, guys. I've actually run out now, my second bottle of this one. This is a really good compliment getter for me. This is Club de Nuit Intense, man, by Armaf. Now, you should all know this one by now. It has a harsh, citrusy opening that dries into a sweet, soapy, smoky, mossy, masculine, leathery fragrance. The projection is good for about 4 hours. The longevity is insane with this one. On my skin, I get about, I'd say, 20 hours with it. Not kidding there. When I wake up the next day, I always smell a faint trace of this one. This one's made in France, if you want to know the batches, and it was made in 2015. So the next one is going to be Versace Eros. This is a lovely citrusy opening that turns into this sort of sweet tonka bean ambroxan sort of dry down with the freshness of mint thrown in there. The reason why I threw this on the list is because the longevity and projection is insane. When you want to get noticed and you want to get people's attention, just wear this. The next one I've talked about a lot, and this is the amazing, the legendary 24 Gold. This was £20, okay, for 100ml. I bought this for. I've heard it's gone up in price. I can't find it for £20 anymore, and I've heard it's like doubled or tripled in price, so that's a bit disappointing, but still an amazing fragrance, okay? Vanilla, very thick, strong vanilla. When you smell it close, it smells harsh, okay? So don't smell it really close because you're gonna get that oud note. But when you mix it with vanilla and it's in the air coming off your skin, it just adds a bit of masculinity to it, like a richness to it. Even though this is unisex, I can see this working on men and women. It's a really unisex sort of fragrance because of the vanilla. Yeah, I'd say a tiny bit of like a raspberry fruitiness in there. An amazing fragrance, 24 Gold by ScentStory. When I first bought this next fragrance, I was slightly disappointed. I've been wearing it for about a month now, maybe a bit more. I've fallen in love with the smell. The only problem is the projection. The projection is absolutely terrible. CH men, Prive. It starts off with this really fruity sort of citrus note. It's almost a bit mature, like a mature leather in there. If you've tasted Jack Daniels, it's got like a woody taste. Well, this has that sort of woodiness, that sort of booziness. If this actually projected off my skin, I'd love it, okay? I'd be hyping this one up. If you've ever had rum and Coca-Cola, it sort of smells like that. The taste like sort of smells like this. It has a touch of lavender and a hint of like spicy cardamom too. The dry down's really nice. You get a tiny bit of a sweet tonka bean vibe, a tiny bit, mixed in with this sort of leather, okay? Really nice leather in here. Definitely winter, going out, nighttime, professional. So I still prefer the original, if you're wondering. I know you're probably thinking, oh God, how is he saying that? Why is he saying that? For the price on that, the performance is just lacking. I mean, now this next fragrance, maybe a tiny bit shorter than a masterpiece, only because the performance could be a bit better. But it's not really made to be a projection monster anyway. It's really soft and close to the skin. For winter, and when people can smell this on you, close settings, the smell is so, it's just so classy. So unique. And this one is the original formulation of Dior Homme. Wow, wow. What a fragrance, guys. Whew. It smells a bit earthy from the cap. So just imagine a sweet, citrusy licorice to start. Exactly what it smells like. But then when it starts drying down, that lavender comes out, like a powdery, sweet touch of lavender. A very herbal lavender. And then obviously that beautiful iris note. That gorgeous, flowery, florally iris. I think this one really made me appreciate iris in fragrances. The sprayer is absolutely insane. It's Dior. Like you could do a tiny blast or push it full and it just mists. And wow, very powdery, sweet. It's got that makeup vibe in there, a mature sort of smell, really smooth, seductive leather. It's sort of blended perfectly with that sort of cacao. It's got cacao in here, which is like a sort of dark feeling of chocolate. Midnight in Paris. I think I must have been seeing things, because a bottle of this was going for like £200, and it was only one available. So this is becoming like gold dust now, this is. I'm so glad I got a bit left. I've got a bit less than half, actually a lot less than half. Wow, just a sweet, powdery, slightly floral, citrusy opening, almondy, smooth, tonka bean, definitely leather in there. If you smell baby powder, it's got all them sort of notes in there, like the smoothness of baby powder, and so seductive. Midnight in Paris, Van Cleef and Arpels. Now the next fragrance, people can smell this one on me. They didn't smell the Eau de Toilette version on me. I didn't really have any compliments with that. But this, guys, I've had a lot of compliments with, and this is Dolce Gabbana The One EDP. I'm gonna spray this a bit on, just on my clothes. It doesn't matter. I just wanna, tell you what it smells like a bit. So, that opening is so amazing. Very predominant grapefruit note in the opening. Soapy, clean, fresh. Yet it's got like a sweetness to it. It's very sweet, okay, but it's very manly, very masculine, like very thick. It just smells like a man's aftershave, like what a men's aftershave should smell like. Just wow. And obviously you get a bit of a smooth tobacco-ness in there. It gives it a tiny bit of smoke, okay, orange blossom sweetness. Everybody knows about this one. So that's Dolce Gabbana The One EDP. Valentino Intense. Now I only have a 2ml sample of this one. A very nice opening, guys, with this sort of sweet iris and cocoa blast. It dries down into a sweet, powdery, less earthy and less feminine version of Dior Homme Intense. Very, very good projection and longevity. This is the original CH Men. Really sweet sugarcane, sort of grassy leather, okay? And it just gets a lot of compliments. The vintage batch is very strong. I haven't tried the reformulated. So that's CH Men, an amazing fragrance, and I've only got that much left. So yeah, La Nuit de l'Homme by Yves Saint Laurent. So this is the vintage bottle. It's not really 2009 vintage, it's more 2011. The batch number on here is 62H900. An amazingly sweet, rich fragrance. You get a lot more cardamom in this version. It starts off with that spiciness and it gets a bit sweeter too in the dry down. A gorgeous fragrance, as you all know. You cannot go wrong with this fragrance for dates and stuff like that. Obviously it's been reformulated now. And actually, have you heard rumours on Fragrantica that the new 2016 batch actually has been amped up in the projection and longevity. So if you ever go to a store, try the newest batch out. Still one of the best fragrances in the world to me. So my number one fragrance, guys, is going to be Ultramar by Jean-Paul Gaultier. It starts off with a really sweet pear note, okay, a really fruity vibe in the opening, a bit synthetic too, but the dry down is so amazing to me. You get vanilla with like this lavender and cinnamon mixed in with a sort of sweet pear note. That pear note's still there, that fruitiness, and it lasts forever. So for winter, nights out, clubbing and stuff like that, and just, casual stuff in the winter time. Wow, is this amazing. Don't forget to leave your favourite winter fragrances down below. Merry Christmas to everybody, by the way. I'll see you all in the next video.